In this video, we will be learning about divisibility rules. We want to be able to determine whether a number is divisible by 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, and 12. We're beginning a unit on number theory where we will be kind of investigating some properties of numbers, and we'll be sticking to the set of natural numbers, which are all the positive whole numbers, 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. Sometimes we call those the counting numbers, so they don't include 0 or any negative numbers or any fractions or decimals. Here's some quick vocab review. Even numbers are the numbers that end in 2, 4, 6, 8, or 0. Odd numbers end in 1, 3, 5, 7, or 9. A factor is a number that divides another number completely with no remainder. When we try to think of the factors of, for example, 12, we're trying to think of the numbers that we can divide 12 by, or the numbers we multiply together to get 12 as a product. So I could do 1 times 12, 2 times 6, or 3 times 4 to get 12. So the factors of 12 are 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, and 12. Multiples are numbers that we get when we multiply one whole number by another. The multiples of 12, if I think about multiplying 12 by other whole numbers, 12 times 1 is 12, 12 times 2 is 24, 12 times 3 is 36, 12 times 4 is 48, and so on. And this list actually goes on forever. It's called an infinite list because there are an infinite number of multiples of 12. I could keep listing multiples of 12 all day long. Factors are a finite list. A finite list is a list that does end, or we could count how many there are. An infinite list goes on forever. Okay, let's talk about divisibility. If A and B are natural numbers, A is divisible by B if the operation of dividing A by B leaves a remainder of 0. This is the same as saying that B is a divisor of A or B divides A. All three statements are symbolized by writing this notation right here, B divides A. So we could read that B divides A. We could read that B is a divisor or factor of A, or we could say that A is divisible by B. Here's an example. 12 is a factor of 24. 24 can be divided by 12 with no remainder. So we would say 12 divides 24, 12 is a divisor or factor of 24, or 24 is divisible by 12. 13 cannot go into 24. If we divide 24 by 13, we do get a remainder. So 13 does not divide 24, and we use a vertical line with a slash through it to indicate that a number does not divide another number. Now on to our divisibility rules. Here are the rules we're going to use to determine whether a number is divisible by 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, and 12. We're going to start with the rules for the numbers 2, 5, and 10. To determine if a number is divisible by 2, we are just going to look at the last digit. If the last digit is 0, 2, 4, 6, or 8, meaning the number is an even number, then that number is divisible by 2. For 5, we're going to also just look at the last digit. If it ends in 0 or 5, then the number is divisible by 5. And for 10, we're going to look at the last digit. If it's a 0, the number is divisible by 10. Here's an example. Looking at the number 56, I'm just going to look at that last digit. The last digit is a 6, so the number is divisible by 2. And so using that notation we just discussed, we would say 2 divides 56. If we're checking to see if it's divisible by 5, it would have to end in 0 or 5. It doesn't, so 5 does not divide 56. And the rule for 10 is it has to end in 0. It does not, so 10 does not divide 56. Moving on to the next one, it ends in 5, which is not an even number, so 2 does not divide 195. Since it ends in 5, 5 does go into it, so 5 divides 195. It doesn't end in 0, so 10 will not divide 195. And our last one ends in 0, so it's going to be divisible by 2, 5, and 10. 2 goes into it, 298,375,930. 5 goes into that number as well. And so does 10. Notice that another requirement for a number to be divisible by 10 is both of its factors, 2 and 5, have to go into that number. If they both go in, then 10 will go into the number as well. Now we're going to look at the divisibility rules for 3 and 9 because they're similar to each other. For 3, the sum of the digits is divisible by 3. And for a number to be divisible by 9, the sum of the digits is divisible by 9. Okay, here's some examples. All right, so the sum of the digits means we add up the digits. I'm going to take this first example and add 2 plus 3 plus 7 plus 6. 2 plus 3 is 5. 5 plus 7 is 12. 12 plus 6 is 18. So now I look at that number and I ask myself, is that number divisible by 3? Is it divisible by 9? 3 does divide 18. It's a factor of 18. So that means that 3 does go into the number 2,376. 9 also goes into 18 because 9 times 2 is 18. So the number 2,376 is also divisible by 9. All right, next one. Again, I'm going to add the digits together. 9 plus 1 is 10, plus 7 is 17, plus 8 is 25, plus 4 is 29, plus 4 is 33. And 3 is a factor of 33. Therefore, 3 does divide 197,844. 9 is not a factor of 33. So 9 is not going to divide 197,844. And one more example. 7 plus 9 plus 4 plus 3 plus 3. 7 plus 9 is 16, plus 4 is 20, plus 3 is 23, plus 3 is 26. And that is not a factor of 3 or 9. So both 3 and 9 do not go into that number. So 79,433 is not divisible by 3, and it's not divisible by 9. Now let's look at the rules for 4 and 8. For a number to be divisible by 4, the last 2 digits form a number that's divisible by 4. And if a number is divisible by 8, the last 3 digits form a number that's divisible by 8. Here are some examples. So looking at the number 92,820, I'm just going to look at the number formed by the last two digits, which is the number 20. And 4 is a factor of 20. Therefore, 4 is going to be a factor of 92,820. And for 8, I'm going to look at the last three digits. And the last three digits form the number 820. So I need to decide if 8 goes into 820. Now, I might be able to figure that out with just some logic. But if you're stuck and you're not sure if 8 goes into a three-digit number, you can always use long division. So I'll show that just to review some long division. If we want to know if 8 goes into 820, I write it like that. I ask myself how many times 8 goes into 8, and it goes in once. And then I multiply 1 times 8, which is 8. I subtract, I get 0, and then I bring down the next number, the 2. And then I ask myself, how many times does 8 go into 2? Well, it doesn't go in at all, so I put a 0. And then I multiply 0 times 8, and I get 0. And then I subtract, and I get 2. And then I bring down the next number. And then I ask myself, how many times does 8 go into 20? And it goes in twice. Then I multiply 2 times 8, and I get 16. Then I subtract, and I get 4. I don't have any more numbers to bring down, so that's a remainder. And since there's a remainder, that tells me that 8 did not divide 102, because 8 did not divide 820. We get 102 remainder 4. So since 8 does not divide 820, we can conclude that 8 does not divide 92,820. All right, next example. For 4, I'm just going to look at those last two digits, and I ask myself, does 4 go into 62? Well, I know that 4 goes into 64, so it's not going to go into 62. And that leads me to conclude that 4 does not divide 65,299,762. And if 4 is not a factor of that number, then there's no way 8 is going to be a factor, because for 8 to be a factor, 2 and 4 would both have to be factors. So the number is not divisible by 8 either. And lastly, we're going to look at the divisibility rules for 6 and 12, because we've done everything else. For 6, what we're going to do is we're going to check to see if the number is divisible by both 2 and 3. In other words, the number is even and the sum of its digits is divisible by 3. So since 2 times 3 gives us 6, we can check those two divisibility rules. If it passes both those tests, then the number is divisible by 6. And then for 12, it's going to be similar. We're going to check to see if the number is divisible by both 3 and 4. If it's divisible by both of those numbers, then the number is divisible by 12. So let's take a look at one example. So first I want to know if this number is divisible by 6. I'm going to check, is it divisible by 2? And it's an even number. It ends in 2, so it is divisible by 2. So 2,387,232 is divisible by 2. And now I want to check and see if it's also divisible by 3. So for that, I need to add up the digits. Two plus 3 is 5, plus 8 is 13, plus 7 is 20, plus 2 is 22, plus 3 is 25, plus 2 is 27. 27 is a multiple of 3, so the number is divisible by 3. Oops. 232. Okay, so that tells us, since this number, 2,387,232, is divisible by 2 and 3, then we can conclude that it's divisible by 6. And now we want to test to see if it's also divisible by 12. And to be divisible by 12, it has to be divisible by both 3 and 4. We already know it's divisible by 3, so let's test to see if it's divisible by 4. So for that, I'm going to look at the last 2 digits. Does 4 go into 32? And 32 is a multiple of 4, or 4 is a factor of 32, which indicates that the number is divisible by both 3 and 4, and therefore it's divisible by 12 as well.